Hello, everyone. Welcome to Crossfade Gaming Charity Tournament, Week 5. We are here tonight with myself, Dank Monkey, and Mr. Bucks.
Yes, I am here today. Going to be a wonderful cast tonight. We got two really great rosters here, Titan and Chais. Looking forward to seeing some great Overwatch today.
For Titans starting out for this, tonight we have Heavenlock, Bill, Off Main, Silent, and Gabe, respectively, playing the damage, the tank, and support. Box, is there anything that you know about these players at all?
I personally don't know anything about these players individually, but I've heard a lot of good things about this roster. They're currently middle of the pack, I believe, um, in our standings going into playoffs, but um, they're doing all right so far. So there shouldn't be that many big glaring holes or mistakes from them. But overall pretty solid.
And Titan tonight is going to be playing on behalf of Camp One Step. And then we also have Dirty Chais on the opposing side. And for them, we're going to have Cry and Save the Ping on their DPS, Sauron on tank, and Mazhide and Maddie on support. And Box, I assume kind of the same thing, but do you have anything on them?
Yeah, this team I believe is one of our higher ranked rosters in the tournament right now. So really looking forward to see how they play. I believe they're also high in the standings as well as being high SR. It's an open div tournament, as most of you probably know. So really looking forward to see how they play. See if I can pick up a few tips for myself, casual gold player. So we'll see how it is.
And Dirty Chais tonight are playing on behalf of the Detroit Recovery Project. I can't talk yet. This will be interesting. So for map 1, we are going to be on Circuit Royale. And Circuit Royale has always been one of those maps that I found that I've really grown drawn to in the Overwatch 2 kind of like new build of all these maps. You get that nice you just get the nice long sight lines, and I think that's really ideal for me as somebody who really likes the Ana and the Lucio.
Yeah, I agree. I personally don't like this map. Forces me to play Sig when I'm on tank. Just not one of my better heroes, but overall the map design is really interesting, something fresh we haven't really seen in Overwatch 1 before, with the vast changes in verticality, and having to really push into that verticality can be somewhat difficult. Uh, but yeah, as you said, the long sight lines really good for heroes like Ana, snipers like Widow, Hanzo, Ashe, Sojourn. We'll probably see some of that today. And look at that. Let's see. We have a Widow. We have a Widow on one side, and we have a very interesting comp on the other side. Do you want to go into that a little bit, Dang?
We are seeing off main on ball, and I'm really excited to see that. We kind of talked about it a little bit before we actually got into this match. We're seeing Heavenlock on the Genji, so I think that the Widow might have a little bit of a hard time staying alive here. But something that I'm actually finding a little bit more interesting than that is Silent on the Brigitte. Um, we don't see a lot of Brig, and you kind of think, oh, Brig's not that great of a character. I personally have a lot of fun with her, but I can see that she's not always the best.
We got some late switches here.
Oh, off man actually on the
For
Doomfist now. Dirty tries trying to get away, but accidentally messes up that grapple. Gonna get away just actually pretty easily. And the one drive popping up there, distracting us just a little bit. And Bill comes out with actually 3 there now. Heavenlock coming out with a turret kill, and Bill cleaning up the fight. The Doomfist kind of just rolling through. One drive, kind of a pain in our butts there, messing everything up just a little bit.
that is some big Junkrat energy from Titan here. That massive junk mine comes through and gets a double kill. Really get great play from that Junkrat. I really want to see how they use this Discord to focus down targets really fast. I think it can be an asset here.
And you're going to have Offmane up here on the Doomfist, forcing the Widow down, creating a lot of space here for his team to push in just a little bit, but they're not going to take advantage of it quite yet until Save the Ping is actually down from the Kiriko Gabe. Bill picking up Sauron. And then the little dirty fight back here with Lithium actually not being able to pick up the kill onto, I forget who that is, Gabe there.
Yeah, and look at that pressure that Discord put onto the Orisa there. The Discord combined with the Junk and the Torb spam put so much pressure onto the Orisa. The Orisa cannot really hold any space despite having the really strong sustained cooldowns. So we'll want to see how they combat this here in this fight.
This is going to be down all the cooldowns here with no... There's the Javelin now. Not going to have much sustainability. The power block coming out from Doomfist going to look to create the space there with the gates. Boom! That's a big tire coming out from Bill, picking off Sauron, and that's going to create everything they need to clean up this fight with the supports really popping off here.
Yeah, I think right now the Zen is getting a lot more value with that global damage boost rather than the Mercy with the single target damage boost. It's a really good ult eco fight here for Titan. Like I really like that fight. Only having to use the Doom ult and the Junk ult is really nice. Gates used.
Yeah, Gates used there to try to clean up a little bit of the stagger. Offmane and Gabe getting a little feisty up there on the front line, trying to pick somebody off, and you know that could be a huge value pick. It looks
really
like
aggressive push.
Sauron here using that ult, gonna get split off just a little bit, and the Transcendence coming out from Silent there is gonna save his team. It's gonna set this back more into a neutral fight now. Everybody's gonna kind of get back onto their feet, reset their cooldowns until the Doomfist comes in and just destroys everything. Taking off Lithium is going to be Silent, and then Offmane actually going down himself with a Cry, so it's going to be a 4v4. They're going to have the overclock here online for the side of Dirty Chais, and nothing on the side of... I forgot the name of the other team, I apologize. Titan.
That's two big picks right there.
Titan picking off 3 now,
Titan.
Bill coming out with 2k, and they're not able to get much ground here on the defense. It's going to have to be a stall, and nothing is going to be able to touch there.
I really like this comp. It's really creative. This comp that Titan's playing right now. With the Doom and the Discord is allowing them to blow up targets really fast and close down angles with the Torb and Junk spam. It's a really good idea from them. I don't think Chais has really shown that they have the reputation to this idea that they can really deal with it. I think they probably play the same thing on defense. It's probably going to be even better on defense here because you have to push into those angles, and they don't have to really set them up for themselves. They're kind of just naturally there. I kind of want to see them. Kind of want to see Chais get off that Orisa, man. I want to see something else.
I think that the Orisa can work, but honestly, the biggest problem is just how coordinated Titan is. Sorry, as soon as that Discord is onto a target, that Doomfist is flying through the air onto the back line. And it just becomes an issue way too fast for trying to deal with. So maybe if the Orisa keeps being ran here, they focus on the dive that's happening just a little bit harder, but it looks like Sauron is actually going to switch over to the Doomfist with Cry on the Echo, so we'll see how this works out. Bastion,
interesting idea here is it's going to be a spawn hold here. It's going to be a spawn hold here. They have pretty good angles. They can get good Discord targets. That Widow pick is huge.
Titan using the turret form early. Save the Ping actually getting taken out, unfortunately, so that is a 1-for-1. It's going to be a 4v4. Bastion pressured up pretty hard up top of the spawn door here. Tries to Cry, getting taken out by Offmane, and it is a full brawl on the canopy above the spawn door. I've never seen anything like this on this map.
That's another big pick from Save the Ping here. That Zen is a really valuable target. There's no more Discord on the field.
If they can get a little bit of push here, I think it could be a really valuable thing to get that Zen target. But that Bastion is just causing too much trouble, but finally falls, and the Kiriko are going to look for the TP out, but doesn't quite find it. Gabe is going to fall, and that's going to give the Dirty Chais opportunity to start pushing.
I like the idea here from Titan for that spawn hold. You have some pretty good angles you can take. But I like playing back on this bridge here that Save the Ping's on. I like that. I kind of like that better for this type of comp because they have to use cooldowns, they have to use sustain to kind of push the cart into your area. Now you're giving them the space, which can be quite dangerous with this Widow.
Save the Ping is going to have a lot of space to look at the team here for just a moment before they decide to fall back. No fight breaking out quite yet as the Junker Queen is trying to get into position off main. But oh, never mind. I apologize. There have been 2 picks in the time that I had decided to talk. And Cry getting taken out by Gabe, of all people, the Kiriko.
Yeah, really big plays from the Widow here, but not working out quite right now. The Titans kind of channeling a brawl style here and running down.
Both tank ults down. Both tank ults in the small room there, gonna cause the death there on the Maddie. And Bill getting the pick on a Sauron just to clean it all up. It's gonna all kind of reset now.
See, I like the ult eco that Titans has right now. They have that Transcendence, they have the gates, even the Bastion ult. Don't know how impactful that's gonna be. But really, on the side of Chais, you have 1 ult, really, maybe 2, that's impactful here. I don't know how much value that copy is going to get, but the Kiriko ult's what I'm looking at here. It's going to be make or break for them.
It's going to be the gates out from the Kiriko of Gabe. Going to be the double headshot for Save the Ping onto the Widow of Save the Ping. A big fight here for Titan, getting all the picks. Silent coming out with Lithium. We're going to maybe look for a copy here from the Dirty Chai to swap this fight around. Zarya pushing now from Sauron. Going to create a little bit of space up front for them to regain focus. But that's going to be a tire that doesn't unfortunately get anything.
Interesting tire there.
Rez comes out, picks up Sauron. Dirty Chai's looking for the pick, and there's going to be the copy onto the Junker Queen. The gate's coming out as well. There's Transcendence out from Titan. Going to be able to keep his team up, but the bleed might be a little bit stronger now at the end. And there's the anti-nade. Or not the anti-nade, sorry. The Junker Queen.
Big pick on the Bastion there. That's majority of the damage down for Titan. So it looks like Chais is probably going to get this cap in here on first. And they were able to farm up that grab, get that Mercy online. They have a pretty good shot at getting B here, I think.
Coming out from Lithium.
Are we using the grab?
the solo grab onto the Zenyatta. He does have Transcendence. He didn't have to do that. The Bastion coming out on turret form, trying to just contest the point, but isn't going to be able to do the job. Unfortunately, Zarya is so strong coming out from Chai. Dirty Chais, sorry.
I'm not sure about that grab. I mean, if I'm them, I would like to have that grab right now to kind of, so you can play forward and get that cart up the hill. But right now, they don't have any tools here. I mean, neither does Titan, but I think Titan's comp with that Discord is going to allow them to do a lot more damage. So this could be very dangerous here for Chais.
No ultimates quite yet on the line. Heavenly going to be looking to build that quite quickly and taking out Save the Ping. Going to be focusing down the Kiriko now. The Echo about half HP on that. Overhang and going to get picked off also by Heavenly. Doing a lot of work as well. Getting Lithium there. Going to be pushing in as Bill on that Junkrat.
It's a big wraparound. They were really able to pinch out on the position that Chais was holding. This is going to be a really difficult push for Chais now that they lost that position. They have to push up into this hill versus Junkrat poke and Bastion poke with the Discord. It's a tall order.
Double dink coming out from the Zenyatta, but that's going to be Heavenly dropping a Bastion ult, not picking up anything, unfortunately. Gonna open up a little bit of room for Save the Ping. Try to look for a couple headshots here. Gonna quite do it. That's gonna be the gates from Gabe coming out. Heavenly okay, getting one and then getting taken immediately out. Bill getting Sauron with the assistance of that gates. Actually, assistance of almost his entire team.
I like the idea that Chais has with this Zarya pick, they're getting a lot of energy and they're finding a lot of damage. Grab comes out, but I'd like to see maybe they swap onto a D.Va or something to try and deal with all that spam that's coming onto them. It's really difficult for them to make rotations. But as we see, this fight is continuing to go. The picks keep trading, and this is going to be bad for Chais either way, because it's just dwindling down the clock they have. They still have to push halfway.
Offman picking up 3 and now fighting for his life. Sojourn trying to pick off the Junker Queen, but the help of the Kiriko is going to get him taken out as Bill on that Junkrat. The copy now to the Junker Queen immediately taken out. Big Tire coming in here. Not quite pulled and actually destroyed by Sauron on that Roadhog. Didn't even notice that switch had happened. The Bastion turret form going for the flank, trying to pull everything out, but not able to pull out the stops. The Roadhog coming out.
Will this fight end is the question. It keeps going back and forth. Picks from both sides, Sojourn and from the Junkrat. Junkrat finally goes down here. It looks like this might wrap up for Titan here. They have the Kiriko and the Queen versus just the Roadhog. I think that's what we're going to see.
And that's going to wrap up that fight. Titan is going to bring map 1 to a close.
So big map win for Titan here.
It is going to be a big map win for Titan. So what do you think the weaknesses here that Dirty Chais need to exploit are going into a map 2?
I'd like to see them maybe play a little bit faster, a little bit more direct. Maybe lean into a harder brawl style and try and out-rotate the spam that's coming in from that Junkrat. It's a tall order sometimes, especially if the Junkrat's positioning really well and coming from unexpected angles. But I mean, there's not much you can do to outpoke a Bastion plus Discord plus junk spam. So I think leaning into that brawl style might be the strategy for them. I don't know what that looks like if they're gonna probably have to run Lucio Kiri. I don't know, maybe with Rein if they get the map pick for it, but
do we know our next map? So we are going into the push game mode. So what tank composition would you like to see from Dirty Chais here?
So I would like to see them go to Colosseo and play that brawl. Personally, I like brawl on Colosseo, but it looks like we're gonna be going to Esperanza here, which to me is a very interesting pick. I feel like the brawl could work on the back half of the map, but that middle section is far too open to really play an effective brawl. So we might see more of the same heading into this next map from Titan. From Chais, I think you just gotta lean into some comfort picks maybe and try and find some wacky combo that's going to throw them off. I mean, Titan's already playing some wacky stuff here. With the Doom's not something you usually see a lot of. But maybe if they can throw something out that's quite unusual, something that Titan maybe hasn't seen before, they can pick up a few more fight wins and turn that into a map conversion here and win this round of Esperanza.
I'm excited to hopefully see a little bit more of that Doomfist, or possibly even see a little bit of ball from off main out there on Titan. I think that Save a Ping is really going to be the one that stands out on this map here for Dirty Try. Either, playing the Widow or hopefully maybe seeing the Sojourn out of them. Sauron, I think, is going to be the one that really turns or holds this back with the tank composition pick.
Yeah, I'd like to see maybe they try a Ramatra strat, and maybe look to play a little bit more direct with that Ramatra. But it looks like we are seeing a Winston here. Winston historically good on Esperanza. We saw Esperanza come out with the Winston Kiri Lucio comp, so that kind of the idea of playing Winston on this map is very well versed for a lot of teams. but we are seeing the Wrecking Ball out from Titans here.
Off main is actually going to play the Wrecking Ball here, and I could not be more excited. Maybe the slam on the low ground. I think it was intended for the height, but unfortunately didn't connect onto it. The Kiriko is going to TP up to the high ground. Going to be kind of a stall in a fight there, stopping the monkey jump, but that's going to be save the ping down early on that Ashe. Heavenly and off main popping off, but Silent going to fall very quickly.
I like this. I like this idea here. This idea here from Titan. You play a Brig Lucio backline is something of a quite unusual backline, both having AoE heals, pretty slow heals. But you pair that up with a Mei, and suddenly that backline becomes a whole lot less diveable, which is what Chais is trying to set up here. You have that Mei wall, you have the ice block, the freeze that can really mess up that dive.
In a place that you find yourself in some trouble, but it actually turns out that off main was the one in trouble, as Titan are just getting picked off one by one by Save the Ping, and Silent able to pick up Cry, but not before falling themselves.
A big Cassidy swap. We have the Cass main, it seems, in the lobby, trying to put in work on that. It's worked so far. I don't know how long it's going to work, but I think the surprise factor kind of caught them off there. Quick few headshots, gets a kill. Really good. But this fight is now developing here.
Cassidy already has High Noon here, and picking off Heavenly, okay. The ice block burned early from Titan. Unfortunately, it's going to make him an easy target here, but the Brick going to try to help out. Not going to be able to do too much there, and then gets juggled into the corner by Sauron on the Winston, booping that ball around as well.
Can he find the kill on this ball? Cannot find the pick on that. That would have been a huge stagger pick here for Chais. They are going to pick up the checkpoint here. And look at these ults that they have here. They have that Kiri ult. Really combos good with Cassidy. That increased fire rate is really nice. Also, that blade benefits from the Kiri ult a lot as well.
Off man falling extremely low, being forced to burn that adaptive shield. Gonna looking for the pile driver. Not quite the minefields yet as the gates come out from Maddie. Gonna kind of stagnate this fight just a little bit with the Genji going in from Heavenly, okay.
Big blade.
Looking for 2 there, and that's gonna be 3. That should be able to enough to clean up that fight now. Bill taking out Cry.
I like the initial approach to that fight from Chais. They take a kind of softer and
off main dropping the minefield there.
Yeah, there's a lot of ults burnt. A lot of ults burnt from the side of Titan. Maybe too many, remains to be seen. But Chais seem to be playing this matchup pretty well right now.
And a little bit slow here, but Sauron actually getting picked off. Dove just in a little bit too deep. Bill getting picked there by Save the Ping, the sticky nade. You know, a few people who don't like that thing too much.
Yeah, the sticky nade, kind of a topic of contention among some people, but that is how the ability stands right now, able to get the pick with it. But I wanna see how Chais sets up this fight. They have the ult advantage here.
Looking for the jump now, getting booped back out of it. Unfortunately, gonna have that primal rage. Gonna look to juggle the Brigitte into that hallway. Try not to cause any distractions. Save the Ping, pulling that High Noon, holding, and just kind of trying to zone everybody out.
And they find that Genji, 1 HP. They have to find this pick. Gets the health pack.
The full, and he is taken out by Cry with the help of the Winston.
And notice they stopped the lead overtake here, which is really good on the side of Chais. They really need to stop that overtake. And they go into this fight now. They can Valk early maybe, try and build that blade fast and have that blade for later, but they are running into a lot of ult here.
That is going to be the Valkyrie coming out early. And the Blizzard as well to try to cut off all the pressure and Save the Ping, getting big kills here on the Bill and Heavenly okay. Off main getting 1 with the minefield, but not able to do too much else with it. Sauron getting resurrected, and that's going to be kind of a reset here.
It seems like this damage boosted Cassidy is being a real problem for this Genji, for this ball. They're not able to put in enough pressure before they get too low and have to back out. So I want to see, maybe I want to see some sort of adaptation here from Titans, some hero swaps, maybe tempo change, take the fight
Gonna be
faster.
the blade coming out after the gates popped, and that's gonna be 2. Not able to find anything else though. That's gonna be a fight win there for Titan though. Up 4-1, and now that's 5. Sauron playing extremely aggressive in that last fight, and it almost screwed him over.
They used Blade and Beat in that fight, and so you're looking at this Blade, only the Brigitte Rally as a real defensive option here. I'm liking this Blade coming up. It might be a little bit difficult, but let's see how it goes.
Rally coming out, and now the Blade gonna try to focus on the Brig, but actually gonna be out of range. Not much coming out from that Blade. Good zoning there from Titan.
Yeah, really good zoning. Blade finds no value, but the High Noon does get 1, which is a massive pick from the High Noon. They're kind of funneling the supports in this hallway here. See if they can convert some of these picks.
Silent on the Brigadia, still the target. Getting taken out by both Sauron and Karai. Now the Junkrat coming out from Bill, trying to do some damage. Gonna farm up just a little bit. Pressure out that monkey and forcing the Primal. The Primal gonna be a problem here for Bill. Take it out in the corner. On top of the mini.
The really good fight for Chais here. Let's see if they can get the remainder of the picks, or they're gonna need to back out, go back to cart. But it's a good fight for them. They take a lot of time off the clock and they burn a lot of ults, which is the most important thing. They're still getting these picks, which is huge for them.
Save the ping on that. Cassidy has become a problem for Heavenly OK on the Genji. Getting picked off once again. Cry getting 3 power from Bill, taking out Cry. That big tire coming out, getting both the supports of Dirty Chais.
I think they got enough distance here. 2 minutes 30 on the clock. They have to push about 60 meters. This is going to be difficult for Titan to convert. They're going to need to have Chai make some big ult eco blunders here to kind of convert this into a map win.
Strange fight broke out in the side hall there. As Bill on the Junkrat cleaning up too. Creating a little bit of pressure for his team, creating some more space, and that's going to allow Offmain to hopefully look for something.
Yeah, they're going to try and touch. They will not get the touch. I believe that is a cap on the side of Titans, which is big for them. Kitsune and High Noon out.
Blade trying to slam onto the face of Save the Pig. Sorry, Save the Ping. Before that High Noon pops, the Mercy just able to escape with her life. Maybe if Offmain doesn't go after them.
Some trades coming out here. This could end up pretty dirty, no pun intended. But we'll see how it looks like it's coming out in the favor of Titans here, which is good for them. They really needed to win this fight if they wanted to have a chance at winning this here. They keep the Kitsune Rush, which is a great tool they're going to have to kind of push down this next lane coming forward. It's really going to buy a lot of space for them. The mines as well here is also going to give them a lot of space. They're probably going to get close to this 100 meters here. This is going to be neck and neck on the back end of this map.
Titans here really starting to turn up the heat. They're going to have 3 ults as opposed to just the 2 of Dirty Chais as the fight is starting to look maybe to break out. Get a little bit of poke damage.
If you're Chais here, this Blade needs to find value. You need to stop this momentum that Titans has. Tire does come out here.
Tire, but actually taken out by Save the Ping. Incredible shots. That's gonna be the gates out from Silent. Let's see if he can land some shots. And the Blade out from Cry by Dirty Chais.
This
Not able to quite find any value yet.
Can we find this? Can you find this Genji? The Blade's out.
Another Blade coming out.
He gets the kill.
Heavenly OK.
That's big. That's big from the side of Chais. I think this is a map win for them. Not going to push the bot any further. That's a massive from them. Ooh, we do have a contest for the Kiriko.
Kiriko
Can they
down
convert these
fast, and
stagger
it's gonna be
picks?
the ball down as well, unfortunately.
Just a Tracer Mercy left. Fine, Tracer's down. Lucio down.
Now it's Bill on the Junkrat trying.
I think that's it here.
It is gonna be it.
What a map from Save the Ping. Big moves on the Cassidy. I really like that adaptation, especially you see at the beginning of the map, they're not playing that cast. The fights kind of go in the way of Titan. Make that swap. I wasn't sure if it was going to be enough versus the ball and the Genji, but I think the real story here was probably the Brig Lucio backline. I don't know if that's the right play. Interesting ideas coming out from Titan, but in the end, it is Chai's with the map win. So we are at 1-1 going into halftime here.
I don't know what else to say.
So, Dank, what our next map is going to be a control. What map do you want to see coming out here?
So, honestly, I think the map that I am looking forward to seeing the most. I don't know. That's a hard one. I think that I would really like to see Lijiang, but Ilios leads for some interesting play as well. Busan's fun, but I think that I've seen it too much as of late, just from myself. So I think that I would really like to see Lijiang in it.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Lijiang is a good option here for Titan. None of these teams have really pulled out any brawly style comps. I guess you can kind of say with the ball, Brig Lucio, but comp doesn't really operate in that way. So it'd be really interesting to see that matchup. I think more likely we'll probably see the Ilios pick from Titan, but that remains to be seen. I think Ilios is probably going to enable them to play this dive Doomfist Ball style of play a little bit better, especially on Ruins and on Well. But that I think that's probably where they're going to go. Enables the comps the best. I want to see something a little different here from Titan. I don't want to keep seeing the same thing. I think at this point, Chai has kind of said, yeah, okay, we see the style of play we're doing. We're gonna make the adaptation. We're gonna swap the Cassidy. We're gonna make some swaps with our backline picks, how we're playing, and they showed on that last map that they controlled the map pretty well through most parts. So I think seeing something a little different is probably gonna benefit Titan here. All right. So that is going to be it from us for a little bit. We're going to hop to a short break before the start of the next map. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello and welcome back. We just saw Dirty Chais take Esperanza. It is currently 1-1, and we are going into our third map, which is going to be a control map, which we talked about a little bit before the break, kind of what we wanted to see. Personally, I don't want to see a lot of change from Titan. I like the weird stuff that they're doing, but I think that the change could help them, after they got. Unfortunately, they did get beat. They did get beat on the last map, running kind of the weird stuff. So I think that maybe a little bit of change would help them out. But I don't really want to see it. On the side of Dirty Chais, what do you think needs to happen for them to really keep that momentum rolling into this third map?
think I think they need to keep the solid tank v tank matchup, right? We see on Esperanza Ball versus Winston in the tank matchup. If you look back at Circuit, it's a lot of Doom versus Sig. The Doom with all the movement, kind of running circles around the Sig. So I think they have decided here that we are going to be going to Lijiang. So you were correct from what you said for the break. So I'm curious to see what this means here for what Titan's gonna play. I mean, you think of Lijiang, you don't typically think of Ball. Doomfist on Gardens is always kind of been a thing since beta Overwatch 2 really. But it's gonna be I'm really curious to see what's gonna come out here. I want to see Brawl. I like Brawl on Lijiang. I don't know if we're gonna get it just based on kind of what's been played so far. Seems both teams opting towards more faster paced dive styles, at least on Esperanza. And let's see, do you want to run through what we're seeing real quick here on the prepare to attack?
Yeah, I definitely expected the Junkrat from both teams and the Symmetra as well. The Doomfist is something that I didn't expect. I'm surprised to see these teams running Doomfist as much as they are. But kind of standard-ish support lineup here. I'm not really a big fan of the Mercy, but a lot of people do like it, and they are going to head first into this attack with the Doomfist coming in strong. Going to be putting down the hurt. The power block coming out pretty early from Sauron. Unfortunately, it's going to leave him stunned against the wall. But Dirty Chai's Cry putting out some damage. Going to be able to fight the Lucio in the air. Throwing out some damage. Going to look at pressure. Back to line of Titan. Getting the pick there on Sauron is going to be silent. It's a 2-1 right now. Off main still up for Titan, and that's going to be the point flip.
Yeah, you're right here. I want to see Titan take these fights a little bit faster. That's a big stagger pick on the Junkrat. But you look at this, the main difference here between these teams. We see Chai swapping over to the Sojourn off of that Symmetra. But the main difference is the Lucio versus the Mercy here. And with that Lucio, I want to see Titans play a little bit faster pace. As Chais is going to benefit from that damage boost as the fight gets drawn out. It's another big stagger pick coming in onto their Kiriko, which is going to buy a lot of time. That percentage is taken up. We at 40, about to be halfway through.
Maddie fell extremely early that, unfortunately trying to help Sauron, but Sauron again in trouble just a little bit here. Forced to use the power block and gonna be looking to play that neutral game with the other Doomfist of off main. Now off main with the seismic slant.
And
Meteor
see
strike,
that,
that's what it is.
We see that Mercy ult come out here from Chais, and they do get picked off. The Junkrat gets picked off, which is big here. That ult is not getting a lot of value from that Mercy, and they're just able to effectively kind of ward off every attempt that Chais has had at moving towards this point. We're at 80% now, and the stagger picks keep coming in for Titans.
Titan playing an extremely defensive game here, and it's working out really well for them so far. Unfortunately, off main in a lot of trouble here. Able to get out, luckily. Sauron going in here, now going to be able to take out Bill in the corner, who has been a massive threat this whole game so far, but Heavenly okay popping the sim wall. Going to take out two with off main, taking out Lithium as well. and that's
What's
looking
it?
pretty good for them in the fight.
I think that's the fight over here. A lot of picks coming out fast from Titans. The entry pick from Sauron is pretty good onto the Junkrat. But you look at all the resources that Titans had. They had Gates, they had Beat, they had Simwall. Like I don't think there was any coming back into that round after it went to 70% and they got the 2 stagger picks. I think that was match over, round over right there. I would have liked to see Titans maybe play a little bit more aggressive after those picks come in, but they hold their position with the sim turrets and they do find that round win, and it seems like they're not going to change anything going into Gardens, but we do see a Pharmacy Echo coming out from Chais with the Lucio back on Mercy. So we're gonna see a battle of 2 styles here. Really poke style from Chais with this Pharmacy Echo, and more of a close-up comp with this Junkrat Sim from Titans.
Poke damage coming out from Save the Ping, forcing that power block early out from Sauron, or from Offmain, sorry. And now Sauron fighting on point with Offmain, just trying to kind of take the point, battle for contention, push the neutral ground back just a little bit, and Sauron engaging over on to Bill and getting destroyed in that room. Unfortunately, is Bill gonna get the final contestant for that.
And Offmain off the map. Big stagger here. That's a really, I hesitate to say pick, but it's a really good advantage that Chais has now to move in. No tank on the side of Titans. So let's see what they're able to do. He's back already.
Save the Ping on the point, trying to do some work. You're taking out that Lucio stall, but not going to be able to do it. Unfortunately, taken out by Heavenly OK's turrets. And now Heavenly OK is going to start to pop off in the boop from TV Power. All of them getting stolen away by Heavenly OK over the pit.
And we see the Winston swap now. I think the Doom kind of needs to move into the Doom needs to move into the space to try and get a pick, and we've seen that hasn't really worked. He's gotten caught out in the room with the Junkrat and the Sim and just kind of gets blown up really fast with no ability for the support to save. But this fight looks like it's starting to brew here. You got ultimates on both sides.
The Suzu coming out from Maddie, and Offmain gonna be popping the Meteor Strike down into the room, taking out Maddie. Unfortunately, and Lithium falls as well. That's gonna be Titan commandingly winning this fight.
Yeah, big moves from the Junkrat from Bill. Really like that play, kind of meeting the dive with the one-shot combo, just picking off. Remember, and we're seeing Ryan now with Mercy Kirko. I don't know how well this is gonna go. Big kill on the tire. Big kill on the tire.
Gets taken out, but that's gonna be the wall coming out from Heavenly. We see how this is going every other time. That's gonna be a lot of pressure onto the face of Sauron, unfortunately forcing him to charge out. Lithium gonna be falling. On the bridge is gonna be the great 1v1 between the Symmetra and the Reinhardt. The Reinhardt prevails. Now going in after the Junkrat of Bill, but getting taken out. And that's gonna be the map win for the Titans. Coming out 2-0 on that, making it 2-1.
That was really commanding from Titans. I mean, there was almost no resistance from Chais on that map. I mean, the Doom, the style with the Doom and the Junkrat kind of baiting Chais into these places where they're just getting hit with Junkrat one-shot combo and sim turrets. It's not a good time if you're a fan of Dirty Chais here. I don't know what more is to be said there. I think Titans just played that map pretty perfectly. I mean, it's gonna be I think after that map loss, it's gonna be really tough for Chais to come back into this round.
I think that as long as the Dirty Chais don't take us to King's Row, they have a fighting chance in this. Titan is really liking that highly aggressive, punch you in your face kind of comp, and Dirty Chives hasn't really been able to fight that head on. They like when they can pick it apart and then take the fight. So I think the King's Row is going to be the one that gives them the least opportunity to do that.
Yeah, I think that's a new dimension we kind of seen from Titans here. They swap up the support line, bring in TV power, and play more of a aggressive style with the Lucio, um, instead of with the Brig Lucio and Zen Curie that we saw previously. Um, but it looks like we are going to be going to Rio de Janeiro here, Paraíso, um, which is going to be, I think it's gonna be pretty even in terms of style of play from what we've seen so far. Uh, no team should really have a heavy advantage just from that. But I think from right now, I think we're just gonna see more of the same. We're gonna see more of this Doom comp
I
here.
I think here that honestly, Dirty Chives have a really good opportunity at taking this one. Between Save the Ping being the DPS that he has been, and Maddie being just a threat on that Kiriko between the flanks and the long sight lines, I think they have a really good opportunity to take this one over Titan if they continue to continue to run the like Doomfist comps and ball comps that they are running.
Yeah, we'll see how this ends up going. Um, as I said, probably gonna see the Doom comp come out again here. I'd like to see maybe something. I'd be interested to see if they have a pocket strat here. If Chais has a pocket strat, they're gonna pull out. I mean, this is the time to do it. You're down 2-1, coming off of a map where you lost pretty commandingly. So I'd like to see some new strat come out here. Unless you're really confident you can win that matchup again. But we're looking at some completely different stuff here. You got Winston dive comp here for Chais, and we're looking at a very heavy damage comp from Titan with that Discord Roadhog. Those hooks will be finding picks with the damage boost from Zen.
This is the kind of comp that I think you run to win first point when you know that they're gonna run a monkey.
Yeah, I agree here. They're gonna look to find the SimTP onto point. I want to see them maybe try and hold in the right side building where they have a lot of cover. But we'll see if they choose the backside of point as well. Looks like they're just gonna take TP straight to, and they find that pick on the Genji. That's really big for them.
Like the TP bomb coming onto point, it's gonna get a little bit of damage, and now Lithium Cry getting rezzed. Gonna be Gabe getting 2 in a row with that Kiriko, and Heavenly gonna put a stop to anything that Genji is doing there. That's gonna be the fight win.
Yeah,
Win for Titan.
We see some big picks coming out there from Save the Ping, trying to turn that fight, but the off angle from the junk and the hooks from off main, from the low ground, bringing people off the high ground onto the low ground, doing a lot of work. They just had no space to really try and contest that. They drop in and they're just taking so much damage. This is Zarya swap here. We'll see if this can do anything for them. They do lose Save the Ping, which is gonna probably force them to back up here.
Zarya swap now on Sauron. It's gonna make them a little bit more aggressive here, which I'm gonna really like, but I don't know if it's gonna be the right time with Save the Ping being down. Maddie doing all they can just to try to keep Cry up on that Reaper swap. Now instead of that Ashe, also gonna bring a little bit more aggression to that front line, where they need it onto that road.
Look at how much space that Titan is taking here. The sheer threat of all the damage they have with this Zen,
and that's gonna be Cry
Roadhog.
getting picked off.
The Chai just cannot enter into the space without getting picked. It's just impossible. There's too much damage, too many off angles, and And that's just going to be the cap here. 5 minutes and 50 going into third point. This is a massive undertaking if Chais want to try and hold this.
Dirty Chais are coming into this with 4, almost 5 ults. Actually, pretty much 5 ults. I think if they can get a good set of ultra rotations here, they'll be alright. But Bill coming out with a tire on the Sauron, that's going to put a hole in your plan. As Save the Ping is also going to get taken down. And Cry not in much better of a situation.
Oh man, it's looking bad for Chais right now. I don't know. They really it's ride or die on this grab. I think this grab needs to be good. I think maybe they should look to swap onto an Orisa maybe if they want to have a chance. The Zarya is dead already. It's gonna be rough from here on out. Val comes out. We're just seeing Chais just back up, hard regroup and spawn. Can they make it out to contest this cart as it runs into the end of the checkpoint without getting picked? That is the question. That's a good opening. That's a good start.
Spawn camping, but with the gates is going to be the biggest opening they have so far. With Cry now going to have that Death Blossom. As soon as that Transcendence is down, it's going to be able to be popped.
Can they find the
picks? Don't even
there
need
it
it.
is.
The grab coming out is going to be big enough. Now it's just going to be the Roadhog who's going to get taken out pretty easily.
I think that's a swap coming in from off main. I don't think we see the Roadhog. That's what we're staying on it.
I think maybe he thought he was close enough that he could push everybody off and push it in.
Interesting ult usage in 1v5, but Chais has stabilized here. Let's see what they can do. They have this Death Blossom. How are they going to set this up? They want to... We see the Roadhog mirror too. So
Sauron now over on that Roadhog as well. Oh, that's gonna be huge for Cry, picking up 3, but unfortunately Bill with that total mayhem getting him, take him out.
And look how Titan sent that Zen onto an off angle, right? To get a better Discord target as the rest of the team kind of pushes through on that lower area. That off angle is going to be pretty powerful for them if they try and approach again. Let's say they have gates, they don't have it right now, but when they do get gates, that's going to be a very powerful off angle to have.
Bill getting taken out extremely early, but also Maddie falling to off main, so it's going to be a 4v4. Well, Titan is looking for a huge TP bomb. Going to look for something here. Going to be able to take out the Ashe, but not quite. Gets the Reaper instead of Cry.
No DPS on the side of
he's not quite in trouble yet. He's got that wall still available to him, but going to get taken out by the Roadhog of Sauron on the side of Dirty Chais. Now Lithium looking for blood on that Zenyatta. Does he get it? He does. Lithium with the amazing pick there on the Zenyatta. Perfect accuracy.
Hit him with the Mercy diff. I like that play. The fight's pretty much won already. They get good trades in the middle. What is this tire?
Oh, that is a dirty tire from Bill onto Lithium. Gonna be over the top there, and now off main. Gonna have that Hog ult, and that's gonna be a lot of damage coming out onto the face of Sauron.
Combo. Bob's in the backline though, doing a lot of pressure. Let's see if we can get some trades out from Chais. Looks like we're not going to see the Bastion swap. The Bastion swap will confirm this checkpoint for Titans. I think that's probably a little bit unexpected from Chais to see that swap on the Bastion just kind of double the damage of the Reaper they had previously. I really like the aggression they played with, or not the Reaper, it was the Sim. I really like the aggression they played with the Sim going into that first point. And they kind of just snowballed that really effectively. Got stopped up on third for a little bit, which might be impactful in the grand scheme of this round. But the aggression and the just sheer amount of damage that they threatened with the Discord and the Roadhog was pretty much unmatchable. I mean, Chais basically needed to mirror to come anywhere close to stopping.
It looks like now we're going to have a Reinhardt mirror, and that's something that I am very excited to see out of these two teams.
Save the Ping. I'm excited.
Save the Ping coming out on the Mei, and I think that's going to be really what sets it over the top with no Lucio coming out. I think that's going to be number one. As long as Save the Ping can hit those walls, then it can be game over for Chais. At least take it into a round 3.
I mean, was there some sort of agreement behind the scenes between these two teams that they were going to play Rein on hybrid? Because I thought we would have seen the Rein on Lijiang, but apparently we see it on Paraiso A from both sides. It's going to be curious to see how Chais deals with pushing into a bastion.
Interesting. Sauron charging all the way to the edge of the map, and off-main following him.
He gets traded, but they get the Rein.
Still thinking of 2, gonna be able to give off-main the space to chase Dirty Chais out and really reset on this fight.
I mean, he just gotta reset here. They're on the Lucio now. They're gonna look to play aggressive and try and wall off a target that steps too far forward. I want to see them try and just take this high ground away from the jump in the bastion. So let's see.
Off-main in a lot of trouble here, but save the ping falling as well, so now it's going to be a 4v4. Dirty Chais, Sauron looking to take over this high ground, taking out this Kiriko, hopefully, but nope, actually pinning onto the Bastion, but not able to get it. Looked like Kobe Bryant with the concussion mine down to Sauron.
Yeah, I think the Junk Bastion is just able to cover every approach angle that Chais tries to take to this point. And the Discord on top of that is doing a lot of work, allowing a lot of the breakpoints.
Oh, the big tire getting save the ping, and Maddie now switching over to that Lucio, which could help them out a little bit. Hopefully able to get Sauron in just a little bit better. But Sauron's actually dead right now, so it's not going anywhere except for this one.
I think Titans is putting on a little style points here. They're trying to rack them up. Maybe trying to look for a better playoff seeding with some of that big pick from the Zen. That's all the heals.
That's a big slam coming out from Sauron, able to pick him up. Gonna chase down the Kiriko now and TP out. Not going to be a lot of pressure applied to the point.
There is trades happening here. This could be winnable. They do have better spawns here, Chais. So we'll see if this develops into a cap here. But it seems like they're taking their time trying to move and get. They're fighting. They're trying to find this Junkrat. The Ryan's
pushing really hard for Bill, and off-main getting a huge slam on the wall. Biggest play that we'll see all night.
That's some alpha energy.
Okay, looking for the artillery barrage. Not able to get anything, unfortunately, as a Reinhardt charges through.
There's a lot of low targets here. Chais, if they can find some more picks, I think they're on the ball now. I think they do get the cleanup here. You hate to have to use that Curie ult. It does force trance though. That's actually
the Transcendence out from Silent as well. It's going to be both supports ult from the side of Titan.
That's a very interesting
Textbook
trance.
Point cap from Dirty Chais.
Positively textbook.
You'll never see anything like it. Perfectly executed.
I mean, every single coach has said that's exactly how you take Paraiso A.
No.
Like, you bought my masterclass and cap Paraiso A. Congratulations.
Save this spot. It's important.
That's okay. We're big flank here.
Heavenly looking for a big flank.
Did they find it?
Actually getting caught out by Sauron on the ball.
It's a big scout from the ball here, using that movement to really like figure out where everyone is. Good communication with his team to kind of collapse on that flank.
Sauron gonna be slept in the back line, and Lithium popping the gates. Gonna create a little bit more pressure than they had before, and nobody is pushing the cart.
Yeah, we are gonna see
there
the cart
it is
get
now.
pushed here. You have to use gates and beat into that. You don't have any defensive ability for the tire coming up, or like there's not a lot of tools here from Chais. You have Visor, that's pretty much it.
Just went on the flank, and it's not able to catch the soldier.
Big.
Actually got by The Helix rocket there.
That's
Able to press forward and actually taken out by the Bastion of Heavenly OK. That's going to be 2 picks. Now Titan off main, able to push forward, not able to pick off the Kiriko yet, but then getting taken down by Heavenly OK.
The Winston swap I think is good for second point here on Furries. A lot of high grounds that allows you to access. Interesting gates here, looking to go aggressive. I don't know. It's just an alpha move, I guess. Trying to isolate some targets. Kiriko force TP. See if anything amounts here.
Off-man bullying. And Cry looking for something with the visor, but not able to get anything quite yet. Lithium getting Gabe. That's going to be your Kiriko down. And Cry falling to Bill. The Dirty Chai swapping to the Widow for just a second. Now going on to that Ashe. Now that they can get out of that spawn. Hoping for something onto that Bastion, but not able to pick it off quite yet.
Yeah, I think we're seeing Chai's kind of go, yeah, okay, we see you're trying to style on us a bit, but we can handle it for the most part.
The Nano Bastion getting Save the Ping and Lithium. Now picking up Cry. That's going to be the fight win. That's 3 down. And
is that a 4K?
Actually looking for another flank here. Getting found out real quick by the Hog. And not going to be able to survive that.
Ooh, Bill. They trade back 2 though. That's actually big from Titans.
Oh, Bill with the air shot onto Lithium of the Kiriko.
Is this Aquamarine in the lobby?
Wow. The point. And the match to Titans winning it tonight 3-1 against Dirty Chais. Unfortunately, really not able to squeeze it out.
It's a commanding victory on both Lijiang and Paraicio for Titan. I mean, we saw it. There, solo shatters, BM shatters. I mean, there was a lot of style coming out from Titans, for lack of a better word. So,
all right. Well, we did see a very interesting match tonight. Thank you for joining us. It's been my first cast back in a long time, so thank you for putting up with that. And yes, as far as I am concerned, I believe that we are about finished up here.
Yes, see us back. We will have playoffs starting in the next few weeks. This is the last match week for regular league play, so we will be coming at you with playoffs in the near future, so stay tuned for that. Anything else? I think that's everything.
Join us back here next week for week 6, and you guys have a fantastic night. This is Dank Monkey signing off.
And Mr. Box.